Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Learning Astrology with Sal. So if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and you click like and share the knowledge to other people who would be interested learning Vedic sidereal astrology. So without further ado, let's start our topic. We're gonna divide this into three parts. So this is the first part, which we call, are we ready? It's knock knock, house there. So what is knock knock, house there? Okay, each part of the zodiac has a corresponding house, and each house has a specific part that it rules and it governs. So how about let's start with the first four houses. Let's begin. And if you guys have any question, make sure you put it in the comments and then we'll be able to help you at some point once we get a chance on reading it. All right? But it's very helpful so that we know what you guys want to learn. Now, let's begin first with the first house. So, first house is going to be, let me just get my marker. Okay. Let's use this. Okay. Okay. So the first house, we divided it into first house, external significations, people, body, and internal. Okay. So these are basic. By the way, these are Jyotish. This is a Jyotish reference table for house significance. The first house, as external, it governs and it rules the body of the person or the native, meaning you. So if you know your ascendant sign, then that's gonna be the first house, and that would be showing what your body is. Next is for the first house, as far as the people, it's gonna be the I, the self. And for the body itself, it's gonna be the part of the body, it's gonna be the head. That's why when your mom was giving birth to you for 20 years, the first part that came out was the head. Not unless you're those one of those special babies, the feet. Sometimes it's feet, right? No, we can't, right? No. Then you have to do cesarean. Okay, that's why I'm not a doctor. Okay, knock knock. Not a doctor. Okay, so the feet. What is this? An octopus cell? Okay. So anyhow, so the body comes out first, and watch later on once we go to the 12th house. The last thing that's gonna come out is the feet. So the body for that it rules as the first house is the head, and then internal, okay, which is within, is the strength of the person that we're reading. Okay, so that's your first house. Now, second house, which is gonna be from your ascendant, first house, and then now you're gonna look at the second house in your chart. The second house is very, very good for people who wants to make money. This is where Jerry Maguire said, "Show me the money." Okay. Well, I want to see the money, Tom. So, because that's where we see wealth and sustenance. So, if you want to know in your chart how much money you have, you got to look at that second house because that's where it can be found. And as far as people, it's gonna be the family. Our second house is related to our family. And that family is normally the close ties, okay? So the one that is close to you. Those are the close family, as far as the second house. Now, the body part that the second house rules is the throat. So from the head, next comes out the throat. So again, just imagine your mom giving birth. Each part is each house, each part of the body. Next, you have as far as like internal, since second house is governed by speech, by the throat. So it also corresponds to the speech of the person. So now you will understand that this second house, depending on what planet is there, what aspect is there, you will see how your money is. Okay. Let's just say, for example, you have moon in the second house. Then wealth is there, but wealth is in and out, in and out, in and out. Because the moon can never be one solid energy. It always needs something, right? It's moon, full moon phase, this and that. So the money is very fluid. The money comes through and comes out again. Mhm. And if you put the moon also in the second house, and the moon is the mom, I'm not jumping, but I know we're going advanced a little bit. But the moon is the mom, so you probably have a close connection as far as like your mom also with regards to your wealth and finance. The mom influences the second house. Does it make sense? So now you can see if you have moon and Mercury in the second house and it is in your throat and speech, then you probably have a very lovely and cordial way of speaking. And probably you're a good person to tell jokes. Ah, okay? So that's that. Let's not put Mars there or Saturn. Try not to, okay? Because that's going to be another day, another story. So that's just an example. But we forgot to give an example for the first house. What planet do you want in the first house? There you go. Let's put the Karaka, the sun. So if we put the Karaka of the first house, because remember, we discussed this the other day, so try to check that video because it's already uploaded, the Karakas for each houses, the significator. So check that class. Let's put the sun. How does the sun affect the first house? Then of course, the person might have a tendency to just talk about themselves. Yes. Because the sun is ego. Yes. So if the sun is sitting in the first, in the head, then they have a big ego. These are the people that we try to avoid. No, I'm kidding. These are the people who are seen in the public life. They always have, majority of them will have it sun in the first or sun in the 10th. So those are the things. That's why if you put sun here, then the person is just beaming with energy. So they have a tendency to become famous. Makes sense? Now that we have established that, let's go to the number 3. Let me move this up because we are bougie here. Okay. So now let's go for the third house. The third house, as far as the external signification, is our effort. Okay? It is our will. It is our action. That is the external. And as far as people, these are the people that you hate because it's your siblings. No, we love our siblings. We love our siblings. Okay, you can lie to yourself. But that's a sibling house. So when we want to know how is the relationship of you, with the person, with your eye, with you, we look at your third house. How is the relationship of siblings with you? That's where we're going to go for, third house. And the third house, as far as like the body, it is the arms. It rules, it governs body part as far as the arms. Now, internal is our courage, like what I mentioned, the willpower. So this is as far as like going within, this is the ability to take action, the ability to manifest your dreams. And that's why third house is very, very important for people who wants to have gains as far as like going after their soul purpose. A third house has to be strong, because without this, then a person can probably will not have a strong will because they will not put effort in it. Make sense? So let's give an example. Who wants to have an example here for as far as like planet? What planet do you want to see in the third house? Anybody remember what is the Karaka for the third house? Anybody? Okay, so since nobody remember, then we'll skip. You guys gotta go back to the other class. Now, let's play where Saturn is in the third house. Okay. So how about we put Saturn in the third house? Strong-willed, disciplined, yes, but can have a controlling sibling. Or the relationship between the two of you is very restrictive. So it means that you and your sibling has differences in the way you handle things. So may be a little bit stubborn also. So that's when you put Saturn here. But having Saturn, then once your mind is set in the third house, then you will finish, you will accomplish because you have discipline. Mhm. So that's Saturn in the third house, just as an example. Now, let's go to the last part. The last part for our discussion, for the first part of Knock Knock, House There, okay, is, I'm annoying, I know. Is the fourth house. The last part is the fourth house, which is external signification, is the home. Okay. And of course, as far as the people, we know that this is our mother. And the body is gonna be the chest. And then, of course, internal is our feelings. And this is the emotional heart. Mm-hmm. So let's discuss this fourth house. Okay. So fourth house. We know that moon rules the fourth house. It's the mom. So let's just say that we put sun. That's where we're gonna go after. We put sun in the fourth house. So how does it affect your comfort? Well, I feel if we move instead of the sun in the first, we go sun into the fourth, then someone here wants to have extravaganza of a home. Yes. The mom might be the one who's taking all the energy of the person. It means this person who has sun in the fourth house will give so much respect. Well, not so much, but they look up to their mom. They would be dependent of their moms. So the mom would need to give them recognition so that they would feel good. Because you put sun. Either the mom is, or the person itself who owns the chart, the native itself, who will be the one who's giving it. Because remember, the sun is a giving energy. So this person can probably be giving so much to the mom just so that they can get recognized, because the sun is the ego. So that's if you put the sun over there. Now, let's try here. Just one more. I like this good example. Mars in the fourth house. We know that Mars is debilitated in Cancer itself. But that's two different. Cancer, I'm talking about houses first. So let's just say house. Let's just put it in the house. Will the general be happy staying at home? No. Will the general be happy making pancakes, oatmeal, and making breakfast like a mother? No. Will the general be able to give love and comfort and feelings? No. Then we can tell that the person who owns the chart, the native itself, will have a hard time expressing love, care to the people at home, which causes what? Friction in the fourth house, because it's the home. If there is no love at home, there is war at home. Makes sense? All right, so that's gonna be our first part for today's discussion of Knock Knock, House There. I will see you guys again in the second and third part. I wish you guys well for today, and make sure you click like and subscribe and share the knowledge to everybody as far as like learning astrology with Sal. Bye guys.